Okay. So guys, till here any doubts like creating virtual environment, activating it, deactivating it, any doubts till here? Anybody facing any issue while creating it? Okay. So, before we continue the class, I want to ask you one question to you guys. What is the best way to learn programming? What do you think? Practice, okay. Other answer? Any other answer? What do you think the best way to learn programming? Problem solving. Okay. Any other answer? You want to answer something? What's the best way to learn programming? I mean, in general, if you want to learn any topic, it's a different story. But programming is kind of different genre, okay? Anybody want to give any other answer? What's the best way to learn programming? So that you won't forget it all. This is how you can master it. What is it? Yeah? Mind mapping. Okay. It's actually a good answer. I will come to this. Any other answer? Okay, I will come to this. Before that, do you guys know how a typical IT company will be? How many departments will be there? How many different sub-departments? Who reports to whom? Any idea, anyone? What is the hierarchy of the company? Have you guys worked anywhere else other than? Have you worked in any company? Anyone? Okay, nobody. Okay, all are students. Fine. So, if you take any company, there will be a hierarchy. Hierarchy means this is the head of the entire company. Under him, some people will be working. Under him, some people. Under him, some people. So this is called hierarchy. Okay, like a tree structure it will be there. If you take a typical IT startup, okay, best way to see it is a IT startup, not a MNC. Okay, I will tell how a typical IT startup will look like. First comes board members or the founders. They are the guys who started the company, basically. Okay, the co-founders, founders, the one who started the company, the directors. Okay. Under him or mostly one of them will be the CEO. What's the full form of CEO? Chief Executive Officer. Okay. So he is the main boss of everyone. Everyone will be reporting to this particular person. Okay. Under CEO, there will be many other departments. For example, one of the department, let me take sales. Okay. In sales, the head of sales is called something called chief sales officer. There will be a marketing team, they will call CMO, and there will be a financial head, it's called CFO. Let's not bother all these things. For us, for the engineers, the head will be CTO, Chief Technology Officer, CTO. Okay, let's not bother these people. He will be the head for the engineering department, CTO, Chief Technology Officer. So under him, if a company has different product, every product will be having one head. I am assuming only one product is there. In that, mostly one front end head will be there, front end manager, back end manager, and infrastructure, infra head. Infra means those who take care of the deployments, the AWS, those things. So, if you want to build a product, not only engineering team is required, this entire chain under this, whoever comes, is called engineering team, okay? Parallelly to the engineering team, one team will be there. The team is called product team. And in this, one more head will be there, QA manager, the testing team. And one more department is there, support team, support or SRE team, SRE or support manager. I'll come to this. So parallel to engineering team, one product team will be there. They will give the requirement to us. Once they prepare the requirement, they will give it to the CTO. The CTO will divide the work among the front end, back end, QA, infra, and the support team. Okay? So they will decide whatever they say, we will be developing. We won't decide on our own. For them, the requirement will come from either the one more department is there. This one, what is it? Business team. Okay. From this business team will be connected to this. Business team will say the requirement to the product team. Product team once decide everything, they will come to CTO and tell this is what we gonna build. Okay. CTO will decide how to break the things into pieces. After that, front end and back end will be working together. Okay. When we are working in initially, that particular stage is called development stage. First stage is development stage. So once one feature is developed, that feature will go to QA. Under this, team lead will be there, senior engineers, team lead, senior engineers. Under team lead, the typical associate engineers will be there. Under associate engineers or maybe directly to a team lead, interns will be there. Okay. So this is how the typical hierarchy. Once the development is done, it will be given to the QA, the testing team. Once testing team will find out all the bug, they will again assign the tickets back to the respective front end and back end team. They will fix it. Again, it will come to the tester. They will say, okay, everything is working fine right now. Once this is done, it will go to infra team. What they will do? They will take the code. They will deploy it. After deploying, in deployment we do some testing that is called staging mode. Okay. After this, production mode. Production mode means the actual user, end users are using your product. That is production mode. Okay. So, if something happens in the production, for example, let's say you are using Blinkit. You ordered something, the offer is not applied properly. Let's say you added 300 rupees product, you press the offer button, but the offer is not applying properly. It is saying that offer will be applied, but when you pressing, nothing working. Basically, a bug is there. Whatever bug in the production is called PI. PI means production incident. So anything happens in the production, directly this team will be involved, SRE or support team. They will get the ticket saying this is the issue. They will find out the root cause and they will say this is the exact issue exists. They will assign the ticket back to the developer. They will fix it. Again QA will come. Again infra will come. Again he will test. And once they approve it, again it will go to the production after fixing the code. So here what to take is, in one typical, one small IT startup, these many teams will be there. Not only this, you will be having many other opportunity also. You can either work as a front-end developer, back-end developer, either get into QA. Getting into QA is easy only. They won't even ask much expectation. Okay. Infra kinda hard. In entire company, 1 or 2 infra people, DevOps guys will be there. Okay. So infra is quite hard. Infra and SRE will be almost kind of same expectation. Support also you can join. So many other opportunities also there, not only backend development. That's what I wanted to tell you guys. Okay. So this is how the typical product. It will come from the founders, business team, product team, CTO, then engineers. It will go to QA, infra, then it will go to production. Something breaks in the production, it will come back to SRE, go to ticket. This is how the flow is. You should know what is the flow. Okay. So to manage all this ticket, we will be using a tool called Jira. Jira is a ticketing system. Your manager will assign ticket you in the Jira or similar product. Okay. It will be having all the requirements, whatever need to be developed. Everything will be mentioned in Jira. You will finish the task and you will update it there only, saying that tagging your manager, my work is done, please check my code. So all this communication will be happening in the Jira. Okay. So this is how the typical hierarchy and the flow of tickets and the development happens in the IT startup. Okay. So yeah. So next comes, now you know all these things. Now you are in this stage, right? Now you have to climb the ladder. So many steps are there. How you get there is by I asked one question. How would you master things? Now the thing is, whenever you deal with any mistakes, listen carefully. Whenever you deal with any mistakes or any bugs or any errors, you have to dig it. Once you dig it, and if you find out the root cause, very important, root cause. The more you understand the root cause of any problem, you will be mastering in that particular thing in programming. So the thing is, by making mistake only, you can become the master. You make the mistake, learn from the mistake, don't repeat the mistake. Make the mistake, learn from the mistake, don't repeat the mistake. Okay? By not repeating, you should understand why that error came, what is the root cause of it. Let's say, for example, you wrote something in Python, let's say 10 lines of code is there. When you run it, you got the syntax error. Okay, I will come to what is syntax. Let's say you got syntax error. It's not like you have to copy it, put it to ChatGPT, it will say something, you fix it. It will do. But the thing is, you should know why this error came. Okay? Once you know why this error came, immediately you can fix it. Okay, this is the error. Most of the time in Python, in terminal only you will get the reason. This is the reason why you got the error. So you should read it properly. Once you read only, you will understand why this error came. Once you read it, once you understand it, you should go back to your code and fix it. Mostly one comma, one extra slash, something, one small mistake will be there. Thing is, you should know why this came. This is how we should fix it. Okay. So the more you make mistake, if you keep on making mistake, don't worry. The more you make mistake, the more you learn. It's the best way to learn programming is by making a mistake. Okay. So when you keep on making the mistake and keep on finding out the root cause, in the mind only one mapping will be created. Okay, this happens, this is the issue, this is the root cause, this is the error, this is the root cause. In the entire class, in my session, you ask me any error, you call me, first you figure it out. If you still did not find out, you call me. Most of the time I will be able to find out because I have been working from the last 5-6 years. That's the thing. If you keep involved in this thing, no, I will get to know, okay, this is the error, this is the only root cause. I can blindly tell. That comes by making the mistake only. I can blindly tell, this happened, this is the issue. So, never hesitate to make mistake. Keep on doing it. You make mistake, learn from it. Okay. Now, I use one keyword called syntax. Does anyone know what is syntax? Structure. Any other answer? Format. Any other answer? Any other answer? Yeah. You guys said structure, format. Is correct only. See, when I say syntax, it's like set of rules that's already defined. We cannot go beyond that. It means if you want to do something, you have to do in this way only. You can't go in the other way. Syntax means set of rules that's already predefined. This is how you should write the code. You cannot do it in the other way. For example, if you want to print in the Python, you have to write print only. You can't write PRI, something like that. You can't go beyond that. If you want to for example, if this is the print statement. Hi guys. So this is the syntax to print something. So why I say syntax? Because this is the predefined set of rules. If you want to print means you should use this keyword. This is called keyword, one of the keyword in Python. To print you should use print only. To print this thing you have to put in the curly braces. That is the rule. If you skip this thing, it's a syntax error. Okay? You have to follow that rule. That kind of rule is called syntax. Every programming language will have its own different syntax. Python also has a different syntax. So if you want to exactly print hi guys, you have to put in the curly inverted quotes. Okay? You have to put in the inverted quotes. And you can't say that I won't close the bracket. If you do this, this is a syntax error. It is mandatory that you have to close this. It's not like you should write one more thing. This is a syntax error. Okay? One means one only, two means two only. You can't go beyond that. If you do that, syntax error. So syntax means it's a kind of set of rules, predefined structure or the format that we should follow. Okay? First thing, you guys mostly now know how to print anything. If you write something, whatever you write inside, that will be printed. Very simple. To run the Python project, just write Python space whatever the file name is. Okay? Whatever you write inside that will be printed. So this is print Now, if you want to take some input from the user, then we have to use a keyword called input. For example, if you want to ask what is your name, name equals to. So this is how, when you use the input function, automatically in the terminal you can take whatever value you put inside the terminal, that will be stored in that particular name. Now what is that name? I wrote something, I wrote something on the left side of the equals name. This name is called variable. Variable is something where you store your value, very simple. Okay, you can give any name. For example, you can give the alphabet or ID or age, whatever name you want to give, you can give for the variable. And if you do equal sign, this is the assignment operator. Okay, the left side is variable, on the right side whatever you write, that value will be stored inside that variable. If I write 2, the age variable will be having somewhere in your RAM, there will be a box. That box name will be age. Inside age, this 2 will be stored. Something like this inside your memory. Okay. So this is value. This is variable. This is called assignment operator. You are assigning the value. Okay. You can give 2, or you can write your name like anything, Rahul. Anything you can write. Okay. So if you want to print along with the input, you can write what is your name. Whatever you write inside this, that will be printed in the terminal. Print. So what is happening here is, first I am taking the input. Whatever I write inside the input, that will be exactly printed here. What is your name? Whatever I wrote inside, that will be printed. When I use input keyword, I will be having the opportunity to write something in the terminal. Whatever I write, that will be stored in that particular variable name. Now I want to print that name, means I want to just do print name, that's it. So I am writing hello plus name. Now here one more concept comes, plus. I have a string hello on the left side. After that I have a plus. After that I have a variable. Okay, this is a string, this is a plus. After that I have a variable. When you print a variable, whatever value that variable has, listen carefully, whatever value that variable has, that will be printed. Name won't print. Whatever value name has, somewhere in the memory it will be like this. Name, inside this Rahul will be there. Okay, whatever the value name has, that will be printed. One more thing we are doing here, plus. Plus means I am adding 2 strings together. That concept is called concatenation. Adding 2 strings together is called concatenation. To do concatenation, I can use plus. I have other method also, but this is a simpler way. Plus, using plus. Try executing this. Try executing. Guys, here one more thing. We don't need virtual environment for this because it's a very simple program. We don't need to import any package. We don't need anything. That's why no need of virtual environment. Okay. So we'll create virtual environment when we need it. As of now, we don't need. Okay. Make it fast. Should be very fast. Okay. Now let's see what is data type. Yeah, guys, pause. So data type is something. See, we will be having different data, right? For example, we will be having numbers, we will be having text, we will be having date, what else? We will be having boolean, we will be having character, yeah, text. Okay, so we will be having different data. We will be having images, videos, all are different data, right? So every data will be have a different type. That different type of data is called data type. Okay, so in Python we have a data type like int means all the numbers, integers, negative number, 0, positive numbers. If you want a decimal in it, we have float. Okay, numbers, decimals. If you want text, we have string. String means str means all the same. Okay, in Python we don't have char. We don't have char. In other programming language we have char. Char basically means one character. C, D, 1, something like this. Just one character. In Python we don't have like this. If you want char, it's a string with one length. Just something like this. Okay. Keep one thing in mind. Double quotes, single quotes, doesn't matter. Both are same. Okay. So for text we have string. If you want boolean, we have boolean. Boolean means 0 or 1. What else? This is enough as of now. So these are all different data type. In Python, we never explicitly tell my variable should be integer, my variable should be float. No, we don't say that. In other language we do, but in Python we don't. Then who decides that? So for that we have a different concept called, every interview question they will ask this. Type versus dynamic. Here type means this data type, okay? Type means data type. Okay? So statically type, dynamically type. These are different boxes. Few programming language will be statically typed, few programming language will be dynamically typed. So statically typed means while we are writing the code, if we tell my variable, for example my name should be string, my age should be integer. If we tell like this in the programming language, then it is statically typed. If we don't tell, if we just tell my name is this, age is this, no type, then it is dynamically typed. Now Python, which is where Python belongs to? Dynamical, because we don't tell the type in the code. Okay. So then who decides? That for that we have a different concept. It's called compile time versus runtime. So our data type decides. So yesterday I shown one diagram. This is our Python file. This is the interpreter. This is machine. Okay. Here will be the human language, basically English, Python file. Then it will be converted. The translation, it will go to the interpreter. The interpreter will do the translation. Here translation. This translation is there, no? That is called compiling. In this stage, okay, if in this stage if the type is needed, then it is compile time kind of programming language. Mostly statically type will be compile time. So during the compile time, if the data type is required, then it is statically type. Listen carefully. During compile time, basically during translation, if the data type is required, then it is statically typed, which is Python is not. Then this is a machine. In this machine, the code will be running. That running time is called runtime. The translation is called compiling. This actual code, running code is called runtime. This time, during the runtime, if the type is decided, then it is called dynamically typed. So these are all interlinked. So in Python, listen carefully, in Python, data type is decided on runtime, not on the compiler. Other programming languages like C is decided on compiling time. We have to explicitly tell my variable should be this and this. Okay? So Python is dynamically typed and runtime. So during runtime, the data type is decided. So these are the different data types. We have few more. We will cover it later. Okay. So now, let's say I have one random variable in my code. Now, if I want to check what is the data type of my variable, then I have a keyword in Python called type. Okay. Just to pass your variable inside the type and print it, you will get the data type. So if I do this, print type of name, as you can see, saying str means string. If I am replacing with the number, it will say integer. If I am replacing with the float, says float. What if I write 1? Will it take integer or boolean? Integer. Even I don't know. Let's say. Let's take integer. Let's say if you want to bool, I think I should pass bool inside this. Not sure. Yeah. If you correct. If you pass true or false, we will get boolean. Correct. Good. Okay. So different data, different type. If you want to check what is the data type of my variable, you can use that print statement. Inside print statement, you can add type. Okay. This type keyword is there. No. In our class, we will be using it very often. So keep this in mind. Type. Okay. So what's the next concept? Try executing this. Is it done? Is it done? So now we have now we know what is data type. Let's say now we have data types. Let's say I have a string something like this. Okay. The age is the variable name. The inside age I have a number 20, but it's in string. Okay, this is case number 1. This 20 is a string actually. Anything inside the quotes is string, okay? Doesn't matter if it's a number, anything inside the quotes is string. Now I have one more variable called weight. In that I am showing the value 30. The data type of 30 is integer. In Python we will be coming across this problem very often. Let's say I have a variable, I have a number inside a string. I want to convert into integer. I have a string, I want to convert into integer, string to int. Then what to do? I have a weight that is in integer, I want to convert it into float. What to do? Let's say I have a float, I want to convert it into integer. What to do? I have a integer, I want to convert a string to integer. So basically one data type to another data type. If I have this type of situation, what to do? Okay. So we will be having a source and a destination. From and to. From and to. From what to what? Not all conversion is possible. For example, if I have if I have something called age is equal to name. Inside age I have something called like this. This is a string. If I tell convert this variable, convert this data type into integer, is not possible. Converting a string which is not a number into integer is not possible. To convert a string into integer, this should be a number only. It should be something like this, 20, 200, 2000, 100, something like that. It can't be like it can't be something like this, Python 100 or something like class 3.2. It can't be like this. It should be exactly the number only. Then only you can do the conversion. Okay. Now let's try to convert integer into float, float into integer, integer into string, string to integer, float to string, string to float. Different scenarios. Let's try one by one. Now I have three variables where a is an integer, b is a float, c is a string. Okay. Let me comment it out. Okay. So now I have three variables where the type of these three variables is integer, float and string. Now I want to convert this a into float. Then first let me convert a into float first. To convert into any data type, just type what data type you want. Inside that pass the value. For now a is a integer, right? Now I want to make it float. Just write float and inside float just pass a. Now here a, the 10 will come. If I execute this, what will I get? Yeah. One second. Okay. Before it was 10.
Before it was 10. After converting into float, it became 10.0. And the data type you can see, it's a float. Now if I want to convert this 10 into string, then I want to write str of a here. Okay, so this 10 is actually a string that you can see here. The data type is visible, string. Before it was integer, then I converted into float. I am checking the type of that here. Then after that I have converted into string, the same a, it became a string. So if it is possible to convert, you can logically think and tell whether it is, that conversion is possible or not. If it is possible, then Python will do. If it is not possible, something like this, if I have string something like this, if I convert it to integer, it will throw an error. I will show what error is that. Let's say I have a name. Okay. Right now the type of this is string. I'm converting into integer. You'll get an error. The error is saying invalid literal for int with base 10. So what is base 10? It's not hexadecimal, it's a decimal. Okay. We human use this format for in our daily life. Basically the number between 0 to 1 is base 10. The computer uses hexa or binary. We won't understand it by default. So base 10 means the normal number which human use, that 0 to 9. So it should be in that format, it seems. If it is not in that format, you cannot do the conversion. Because I am passing the name, the string into, I'm telling to convert. It's not possible. Now if I make it a number here, now if I convert this string into integer, it's possible. You won't get error. Okay. If the conversion is possible, then Python will do. Logically you can think. Okay. Now tell me, int to float, can we convert? Yeah. Float to int, can we convert? Let's try it out. Let's say I have 100.15. If I convert into integer, what will I get? Sorry? I have 100.05. If I convert it into integer, what will I get? Okay. Not possible. Okay. So if you want to make it 100, we have a different method for that, some float method. Okay. So this is not possible. Converting float into integer is not possible.
Sorry, string rate.
Oh, sorry. So we are converting float into integer, right? Let's try this. Okay. So converting float into integer is possible if it is a if it is a float, it's possible. Let's say if I give 100.95, will I get 101 or 100? Let's see. Okay. So by design, it's like that only in Python. Whatever number you pass, it just take the integer part of it. Okay, doesn't matter whatever there in the other. So this is not possible. This is possible. Then now let's try integer to string. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Okay, integer to string is possible. If you check the data type of that thing, you will get string only. This is possible.
String to integer is possible? Correct. Here two ways. If it is a number, basically it should be in base 10. Exact number, not decimal also. It should be exactly base 10, 0 to 9 in that combination. If this is the case, possible. Other way, not possible. Float to string. Float to string. Possible. Let's try.
I have a float, I am converting into string.
It's possible. Okay. String to float.
Let's try. String to float.
String to float is possible when it's possible.
When it is, I mean, when we can do. Let's say if I give some alphabet into this, what error will I get?
It says we cannot convert the string to float. See, the thing is, if it was like this, something like this, it looks float, we can convert. Here also two situation. If it is float, then we can do. If it is a text involved in it, then we cannot. Okay. Try different scenario. Execute it once. Okay.
Try it out.
Try with Boolean also. I mean, these kind of edge cases will be asked in the written test of the interview, not in the face-to-face. The written test, these kind of edge case they will ask. Guys, try this also, okay? It would be fun. Try this.
run. Okay, let's check it. First is boolean to integer, right? So boolean to integer is possible. If I give true, it's showing 1. If I give false, it will show 0. Next is boolean to float. It's possible. The 1 is getting converted into 1.0. Okay. Next we have boolean to string. This is possible. Next we have integer to boolean. Okay, listen carefully here. If I give any number, and right now I'm converting integer into boolean. If the number is 0, if I give 0, the output will be false. Anything other than 0, any negative number or positive number, it will become true. This type of edge cases mostly interview, they will ask float to boolean. Let's see. Okay, if it is 0.0, then false. 0.0 false. Everything else is true. String to boolean. String to boolean is possible. You give anything inside, it will become true. What if I give empty? Empty means false, huh? Okay. Empty, false. If you are done, you can leave.